are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Oh, hey, watch the first 2 episodes of Frasier on Paramount Plus. Can't get that damn theme song out of my head. What's with the tossed salad and scrambled eggs? Either way, watch the video. You'll find out my opinion of the first 2 episodes of Frasier that's streaming on Paramount Plus. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
At my door, unannounced.
No, there's a shorter way to say that. Surprise!
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. Like I said in the intro, tossed salad and scrambled eggs. I don't have any clue what that's about in the theme, but we're going to talk about Frasier, the reboot, or whatever, requel series. I don't even know what it's called. It's a rebooted version of the original series. It's on Paramount Plus. They've aired the first couple of episodes. I watched them. Wanted to do my review. The main reason I want to do the review is, if you watched my channel a lot in the past, I did a review video basically calling 2 reboot series hot garbage. One was Velma. Oh, yeah, jinkies, zoinks, whatever you want to say. The worst thing I've ever seen until I watched Night Court. The reboot of that, such a watered down version. And a soft. Yeah, S-A-W-F-T, soft version of the original series. Hot garbage was how I described it. So with that being said, I was very reluctant to go and watch Frasier. One of the main reasons is I was such a fan of the character. I love Cheers. It was a mainstay on television back in the day that my dad and I never missed. We watched it together pretty religiously. And then when Frasier got his own series where the character migrated into its own series, I thought that was a very strong series. They did a really good job of building a new world around Frasier. Had a lot of characters that were strong-willed characters that would go against him, constantly butting heads, made for a lot of comedic moments. It was really nice having the father character move in. They could not be more polar opposites. So it had a lot of dynamics there. You had almost like an odd couple feel between the two of them. You had him and his brother always bantering, trying to get one up on each other. You had Daphne that would always seem to get one up on Frasier from the female perspective. You had Roz, who was over the top, in your face character that would often rub Frasier the wrong way, kept him in check. So Frasier obviously is a character that Kelsey made famous on multiple those 2 series, and he was always a pompous asshole, let's just say it that way. But he had a heart of gold. Like, he meant well. He had good intentions. Was really reluctant going into the series because I was like, they're not bringing back any of the characters from the original series. Lilith may guest star from what I heard. I haven't done a lot of research, so I apologize there. But the first 2 episodes, other than nostalgic mentions of his father, who the actor actually has passed away in real life, obviously, so he could be on there. I think, like I said, Lilith may be on there. David Hyde Pierce, who was Niles, he turned down the series. So all the characters that I like are not on there. So I was really, like I said, reluctant going into it. Now I'll go ahead and tell you, it isn't great. It isn't like a show that I really have to watch every week, but I did like it. And the main hook is obviously the nostalgia of it. So people like me who were fans of the original series, it works. It's on some levels. And one of the main reasons is Kelsey Grammer as Frasier hasn't changed. He's exactly the same. So they kept the core character there. They're putting new pieces around him. I'm going to have to let it breathe a little bit. I like a few of the pieces. I don't like a few of the pieces. I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like. Like I said, the original series, he had a lot of foils, so to speak, that could go against him, stand up to him, go toe-to-toe with Frasier, different types of people, always taking him down a notch. This series, the main dynamic looks to be his son, who feels like he's not going to ever be able to live up to the standards of his father. So he separated himself from Frasier. So Freddie, his child with Lilith, is now living in Boston as a firefighter. And then Frasier ends up back in town, coming through, and has no plans to stay there. So he's moved from Seattle, coming back to Boston on his way through. I think he's going to Europe to write his book. Frasier is still pompous, arrogant asshole, but he means well with everything. So like I said, that core character's still there. The characters around him are really weak compared to the ones from the original series and on Cheers. You've got his son Freddie, which isn't, to me, if it was a firefighter and he was more like a man's man, maybe he could be a little bit like a mini Sam Malone and go against Frasier. He's always playing second fiddle to his father. He knows that. He's worried about them, rebuilding their relationship or whatever. I just don't see him as a really strong-willed character. On the other hand, I'm not going to get into the reasons why, but because I don't want to spoil it, but his son had a roommate, and it's a female with a child. I think she's going to end up being one of the better characters. The character's name is Eve. I think she might be that strong-willed, I can stand up and go toe-to-toe with Frasier type character. The other characters on the show, one of them is Niles and Daphne's child named David Crane. I don't like this character at all. It's almost like they took Niles and they split his personality between the neurotic, naive characteristics and put him in David Crane. And then they've got a person who is a professor in Boston, that's a lifelong friend of Frasier, whose name's Alan Cornwall. They took the pompous arrogance from Niles and implanted in him, and he's more like a comic relief type of thing. So I don't think that the son of Daphne and Niles, which is David Crane, I don't even think that character is necessary. He comes across almost like Woody-esque. Is that a word? Like Woody from Cheers, where he's really makes some stupid choices. He's the butt of jokes, the comic relief. It feels a little bit out of place. I don't think that type of humor belongs in Frasier.
I don't have the heart to tell him that's not my luggage.
It's missing that foil, so it doesn't have quite the edge to some of the humor. And Frasier seems to always get one up on everybody in this one. And that's not what made Frasier ultimately funny in the long run, is like he thought he would do, and everybody always chop him off the knees and have to take him down a notch. So it's missing that dynamic a little bit, but because Kelsey Grammer does such a good job and it's such a well-written show specifically for him, it's head and shoulders above a lot of the other reboots out there. So I'm going to give it a chance. So I'm actually going to say this first 2 episodes get a thumbs up. Not an enthusiastic 2 thumbs up, but a soft thumbs up. Optimistic. Could be better, but it's a hell of a lot worse out there. So they're not hanging everything on the nostalgia of the show, the previous shows. They're actually trying to build something new. Like I said, I just need the new characters to breathe a little more, and I will need to see the dynamic between them and Frasier. But Kelsey Grammer knocked it out of the park, bringing Frasier back. Didn't skip a beat. It's just like he's lived that character his whole life and fell right back into it. So have you watched the first 2 episodes of Frasier? I think it's worth watching. Don't know whether I'm going to like the whole season or not, but I'm going to give it a chance. What about you? Put in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. Keep supporting me, and I'll keep making great content. Hit the notification bell on your way out the door. You'll know when I post new videos. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there. No salads and scrambled eggs. See, it's stuck in my head. I can't get rid of it.
Frasier has left the building.